So last week we covered shield and mace and attacking sacrifice, with the explicit kind of caveat being look for the punch. Make sure that the punch is correct, get all this correct, yeah? Okay, so then when we did shield and mace, what we said is we're not taking this off this hand, which is the usual hand, let's say. It's the one that's furthest away. It allows me to step in, hit my inward block, allows me to do whatever I want to do from here. What we were actually taking it off was the close hand at this point, which was then forcing us to take a step up line, off leg here, punch with this, drop, and so on, okay? So we're going to look at another technique which examines a similar idea, but gives you a different starting point. As I said last week when we were running the drill, we were saying that if I recognize this shape, anything here becomes any of the techniques we already have. But this is a certain configuration of high and low. So now what if we go high and high? Okay, what if we have that option? So, Kev's going to feed a left punch in this case, so we can see. This is it here coming in. And if we take it on the same kind of blind side, yes, we could do the same technique. But that's if my hand is down low. What if at this point I get cut off and I end up here somewhere, where I go, oh shit, it's up here. Okay? So we're into a different technique. This is the only reason why we would do a different technique, is because this is what has happened. So rather than going here, from here, now I'll just select a different target, okay? It's one of my favorites because you literally keep going forward until he's no more standing. Alright, so from here when we hit, sorry about that. Alright, from here, as this comes in, we hit in on the neck, like so, okay? So if you've done sword of destruction, gone outward, extended, you are literally doing the same shot to the back of the neck from here, okay? You good with this? So initial step, come off line, get your hand up here, okay? Your hand needs to be above him, alright? There is going to be a level of adjust and hit as well, but you're not going to do this because there's no target. Alright? So when we hit in on the neck here. From here, this hand is still checking. Hold, hit an elbow. Okay? So from here to here. Take this hand away. There you go. Okay? So that's from here to here. Are we good with this so far? Cool. It's a little technical. It is from a different belt above yellow. So what we'll do is we'll break it down and work from there. But the important thing is that you're working on this line here, okay? Take it from a natural position, see which one you end up in, then you have the technique from last week as well. You got that? Okay, let's go from that. Like we said already, the importance is that if I step forward, so once I step through, my hand is anywhere peg level to hip level. All of my target zones happen in this area. I can fire from here, but we're playing on a very direct aim, very direct line, okay? So, yes, there are plenty of options if my hand is here. But if we don't explicitly explore the option of what happens if my hand is up here, then we never explore that option. Kind of given, really, yeah? So when we step in and we hit, there's that hit through, yeah? So what I'm making happen in this case is, and what can happen is my hands go up to here to protect my head as normal, back into that target line there. From here, the danger with this is, even if I hit him from here, I'm not actually going to be able to elbow him without slight adjustments. So if my next line is an elbow, then I need to make sure that it happens as an elbow. And I need to make sure that, as we all know, I'm not doing this with my elbow, I'm actually burying through with my elbow, in and down if you like. Okay? So, this hand is still checking, because you can never account for, well, his reaction. Be it that he panics and elbows me in the face, I still need this here. When we hit, at least I can read something that's going to happen, which then leads me to my next move. If he is starting to double back, my next line from here is going to be a check on this line. So this hand now becomes defensive, after being offensive. Okay? So there's a hit from here. When I step, I'm going to step off. I step off to allow myself a good target. And that's going to be a hit in the kidney from here. Okay? This one presented itself more, however, there's nothing to say I couldn't hit that if it was a better target at that point. Either way, this will cause an action here. I can hit to there, I can hit, I can do whatever I want. Okay? The main thing is that I get that check and ensure that I have that target. Okay? Once more. So from here as I step, hands are going up. Okay? There is a contact, it's not me just going float. Because it's not going to happen. There has to be a moment of Tony feels compromised, enough to buy that. Okay? Enough to buy that hit from there, then from here, there's our hit in. Okay? Steps off, hits from here, kidney shot. That's a hammer shot, as I said. Try not to bleed each other. And what I mean by bleed each other is hit each other in the kidneys to the point where you are peeing blood for weeks. So, from here, step through, hit in, go through, step off, hit from here. You want to finish one something big, you're going to kick the other kidney. Good with that? Alright, let's do it. Go. You okay with this one? Again, don't panic. It's material that is best tested on you guys, because then we know where we're pitching it is correct enough. So don't panic on that one either, okay? You pick up at least 2 moves of this is all good for us. Happy birthday, come here. Alright. So let's look at another version now. So let's say, okay, we've taken our left punch and we've been caught on the offhand, and it's a right hand doing the business as we expected, okay? Our left hand is our shield. This is our sword. So let's call this technique shielding sword. Okay, let's go with that name. That's our TM. Alright? Okay, so when we hit in, we step, we're all good with this, yeah? Okay, so let's take it that he fires a right at this point because, well, it facilitates your vision better than mine. So as he punches through, if I do catch it on this line, but I still have middle here. So now I have the option. This hand is further away, and the back of the neck's not really an option in this case, yeah? Okay, makes sense? Okay. So we're stepping, we're going, shit, it's up here. So next line. Last night we covered shielding hammer. Shielding hammer was done. Blocks, hammers through, correct? Okay. So let's take that and use this, okay? So I step through, this is my prep from here. The shape is exactly the same, only that it's not engaged as a defensive maneuver. So at this point, as I hit through, that's going through. Now, reach-wise, I might hit, maybe not. So as I hit, I'm going to have to go through it. Because I'm flashing and I want to do more, I'm going to do like a flashing mace, let's call it, okay? So from here, when I hit, segue, and I hit through, I'm going to step, I'm going to hit to the face. So this leg is going to step, and this is going to hit, okay? As I hit, this is going to come back through, and hit it down on this. This is just to here, okay? So, feet, step through. From here, I step through further, and I hit to the face. As you can see, the head goes back and the arm is a natural response, so it goes straight over the head. Okay? So as that goes in. From here, I capitalize on this and take that right over here. Not being silly enough to believe it all and stop it. I want my other hand in there. This gets in and out through. This is me being nice. Alright? When you hit, that's how I hit through. You good with this so far? Yeah? Okay, let's try that and let's see where we go. Okay, so, little tricky, yeah? Little different to how we did before. Well, power generation is in there, everything that we did before is in there, okay? Let's move on a little bit further. Okay, so, when I step in, if I just break it down without all the hand movements, without everything else, except one hand movement should always be there, and that's the defensive one. Because while practicing stepping forward, Kieran and Tommy and all the rest of you know that you should be always aiming for me, even if you're demonstrating with me. That's important. Okay?
But not me.
Not Tony, because he, well, never mind. Never aim for Tony. All right. Unless I tell you otherwise. So as he's punching, never ever take that step forward without doing the initial defensive movements. Okay? So even if it's just move that hand out of the way at the slowest speed ever, I'm developing that skill or that instinct. Okay? So from here, the next thing I'm going to do, removing everything else. As I go from this position, that's a left step forward, a right step forward, and a turning face this wall here. Okay? So again, left step forward, right step forward, turning face this wall here. Okay? So if you want to break it down to that, that's fine. That's how it should be. Okay? At the base level. Right. Next. This is one of my favorites. My favorite thing ever in it. Well, two of my favorite things ever. We'll get to the second thing in a second. As I step through, this first move here, as we know, has to have an effect. It shouldn't bring it up because that deletes my target or removes my target at this point. But it should affect Kieran in a way that makes him off balance for a second or two and forces him to have to try and readjust. As I feed through, This is called the wind-up and the pitch. First part. Okay? So when we step, wind up, there's the pitch. If this technique is still going by the time that hit in the face is on, you obviously haven't gone playing fast enough. That way. Okay? So, step through, this is going to feed through and hit along that line. There should be no extra adjustment at this point. This is my line, this is my target. Okay, hits through from here. Unwind and hits. Back up like we said. This hand is checking, yeah? Got it? This is my position here. From here, this hand is in my way. What's the next goal that I want? His head again. Because I only hit him once in the face in this technique. Alright? And the rib to face is too close. So when I hit here, I'm going to check this down, bring this down, and pop the head forward. I'm going to check that in and around the elbow. Not here. Here, not so much. Here, probably a little too much. Here, just right. Okay? So when we hit here, we check down, check in. You'll see the head coming forward. This is affectionately known as yippee-ki-yay person. Alright? So when you hit him from here, this line, we've seen this strike before. We hit to the face on this line. We finish on a bigger hit if you want, or sorry, on a secondary hit. When you check, this is the important one. That's okay. From here, when I hit up, this is hitting into the face, 45-degree line, and knocking off on that one. You go with this? Yeah? Okay. Step through. Hit from here. As I step, this is coming through the face. This is coming through, this hits down. Yeah? This hand is checking, obviously. From here, double check, bring that down. If you're off, you can adjust it. And this will give you a nice line too. Okay? From here, strikes over to the face. If I wanted to do any more down, that's probably where I'd go. But for now, I think that's enough for the finish. Yeah? And then we'll have it. You go with this? Okay, cool. Let's do it. Okay, so the important thing to take from this is, without all of the twirly and without everything else in there, what we're talking about is a basic understanding that we have of what we want. If my hand is here, what option do I have from here? Yeah? In this case, we have a hammer shot. We know this now. Yeah? Okay. My other option, left hand. If I know here, this hand is engaged, and it's already busy. What's my next line from here? Strike on the back. That's not to say you can't immediately drop line here, but if you're thinking at the most direct and effective target, because a kidney you may miss, you may only kind of go, oh, that really working it. And it's missed. So at this point you're looking for effective targets, namely the head and the soft parts on the head. Okay? So, the important thing to take, remove all the twirling, is if my hand is up here and I find myself here, don't panic, there's an option. Ideally, we would always like to be here. As some friends would call it, it's a buffet. Okay? This is ideal, this is where we want to be. Sometimes, SH1T happens, we need to deal with it. Up here is where we are. Okay? We take our shots, we take our hits. Just to royally screw with your head. Punches, left. So, as he feeds left, we could start on a technique and we can forget where we are, and this is the problem with a lot of our stuff. It gets technical with the basics of what we're talking about. So if I hit through on this line, I might hit this line, and then I can check down and I can finish here. Essentially it's the same two techniques just put together, but that's only because I might flip it and I might miss that target and go, here, take that. Okay? So what you're getting is options. And the important part about those options is not to get too flustered and go, what came next, but what's available. Okay? So that's kind of the crux, the point of the lesson at this point. Alright? Okay, that is this element done.